XCR 375 here, and I figured I'd finally do a video. It's been a while. I guess everybody knows that we attacked Syria last night. I have some thoughts on that. First thought is Russia's not going to do anything. One, nothing of Russia's equipment or anything was destroyed. No Russian lives were lost, and it was not on their soil. Yeah, they're pissed and everything like that, but they're not going to do anything because they weren't directly involved. I was married to a Russian wife, and she explained the Russian mentality. If it doesn't directly involve them and it doesn't threaten them, they really don't care. Um, Very prideful people and stuff like that, but no Russian lives were lost, no Russian equipment was destroyed or anything like that. Two, this definitely shows that our cruise missile technology has fallen behind to air defenses. I'm sure they've anticipated that they would lose cruise missiles going into um, Syria just because of the Syrian air defenses had been upgraded for over a year and a half with um, Russian um, air defenses and so forth. So that's why there was so much. But I think it shows to the Hawks and the Pentagon that we need to really update our cruise missile technology from the 70s and 80s because they shot down a lot of them. And don't know how many, but if the numbers are true, that's an awful lot. Uh, but apparently, you fire enough, and some are going to get through. And number two on this is that hey, it shows Russia and China that we're not messing around. We don't have a limp dick president in the office, and kind of interesting that this occurred before Trump is set to meet the Chinese president next week. China is trying to block off South China Sea and building islands and seizing islands and stuff. So it did a number of things. One, it showed our technology is getting old and needs to be updated. Two, it shows these people that the United States is not going to sit back and let this type of crap go on. And three, um, it tells people, hey, the United States means business, and we're not afraid to flex our muscles. Russia did it in Georgia, Russia did it in Crimea, and unfortunately, we had limp dick presidents back then that didn't want to do anything about it. Well, this president is. Um, as for Trump crapping all of us, I think Alex Jones needs to take a fucking chill pill. Um, there's more at play here. Uh, we don't exactly know who fired the chemical weapons into the civilian population there. For all we know, it could have been Assad's own people, his elite unit. A couple of good movies to think about. One is a submarine movie called Phantom with Ed Harris and David Duchovny. Um, Quick rundown on that is all military units have crazies in them. So what if Assad's elite unit, because that was hit, had some crazies in it and they did this? And Assad did not authorize it, but they went ahead and did it. So Assad goes, well, I can't just kill these guys, can't get rid of them, they're my elite unit. But maybe through back channels, I can work with Russia and the United States and have them eliminated in an airstrike. So these crazies are gone. Another good movie to take a look at is that Tom Clancy movie. I believe it's called Sum of All Fears. I think Ben Affleck was in it or something like that with Morgan Freeman. Um, Go watch those two movies because I think there was a scene in that movie where the Russian president didn't have complete control of his military, but yet he took credit for it of the chemical attack or attack inside one of the countries that they were fighting terrorists against or something like that. And I think the Russian president said something to the effect of, it is very important to have the image that you are in control of your military, and otherwise it causes bigger problems. Better to take the responsibility of it. So maybe Assad doesn't have control, 100% control of his military. And maybe this was a way for him to get rid of some bad apples. Um, Russians are not happy, but you never know. So there's a lot to think about of what's going on. Um, so I'm thinking there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. People immediately say it's a deep state, false flag. Could have been a false flag, but you know what? Maybe for some reason, some rogue elements inside of either the Russian military or Assad's military or something like that, or even, ISIS or whoever did this. But I think there's a lot more going on than what we're being told and so forth, of course. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to be a little more aware. But as for like Alex Jones losing it and everything like that, dude, chill, man, because there's more going on. And this is a big chess game, and you have to really think outside the box of what these guys are thinking and what they're probably going to do. Yeah, Russia is pissed. They're not going to do anything because they didn't lose any equipment or personnel. Um, Assad's regime, they really can't do anything because they don't have the military capability to strike back. Um, so what we learned out of it is that our cruise missiles are antiquated now. We need to update our uh, cruise missile technology. That's what we found out. We found out how the air defenses in Syria work, which is basically based on Russian technology. So that was another thing that we learned. And three, it tells other aggressive countries such as China and Russia and stuff that we're not going to be putting up with this type of stuff. And we have a president that doesn't have a limp dick. So as for the Trump supporters, you guys need to chill. He's up to a game. Do I think he's compromised? No. No, this is like throwing a bone to the warmongers, the McCains and stuff like that. Um, Trump is always 3 or 4 steps ahead of everybody on stuff. So I'm holding my judgment on this. Whoever did the chemical attacks, they are definitely shitheads and shitbags and should be vaporized. So anyway, and there's more going on to this than we'll ever know. But just thinking about it, yeah, maybe Assad couldn't get rid of these guys, and these airstrikes took care of his problem for him. So that's just my thoughts. And like I said, go check out those 2 movies. Some of All Fears, which is a Tom Clancy movie, and the other one is Phantom with Ed Harris and David Duchovny in it. And if you think along those lines, maybe that was part of the problem, because all armies and militaries have crazies in them and fanatics. So, and we all know the jihadis are kind of crazy. So that's it. XCR signing off.